I want to talk just a little bit about something that is timely to say to you. Many of you have been listening to us for a while, some for a long while. Some are new, most are seasoned. Most of you have decided to be deliberate creators. But there is a lot of confusion on the part of old-timers and newcomers about exactly how you go about creating your own reality or influencing what comes to you in the positive direction of what you want, of what you would choose. And so we think it's a good idea to begin here with some very brief but clear reminder. You are the creator of your own experience, meaning you are the attractor of it, meaning you establish vibrational patterns that are matched by things that are equivalent. So nothing ever comes to you that is not a very solid match to you. So deliberate creation really is mostly, or we even want to say only about, understanding that you can control your point of attraction, because you can control what vibrational frequency you're on, or what vibration you're offering, or what thoughts you're thinking, or more important, you can control how the thoughts you are thinking feel. You can adjust your perspective. You can calibrate to the precise vibrational frequency of your inner being, who stands in your vortex or in your vibrational reality, where the things that you have chosen, both prior to coming into this body and since, are. So, in every case, if something that you want isn't happening, hasn't happened, and isn't happening, and you don't even have belief that it's going to happen, it's because you're offering vibrations or thoughts, you have moods and attitudes that you are not deliberately tending to. And that can only mean that you either don't understand the way the universe works, or you don't feel capable, you're not believing in your ability to focus deliberately. But we want to begin here today by saying to you, you can do this. This is not a difficult thing, but you've got to understand the basics. You can't be looking at a situation like your boyfriend left or says he's going to, and you feel bad. You can't look at that situation and have a knee-jerk response to it and acknowledge that you feel bad and make any changes in your point of attraction. Now, as time passes and your focus dissipates, or as other things get your attention, because almost all humans are offering most of their vibration because of what they are observing. Many of you get confused about that because you haven't been all that deliberate much of your life, and so you're probably wondering, why do I have to be deliberate now? Well, you don't have to be deliberate now. You don't have to think and feel on purpose now. You can just focus and respond and focus and respond and go the way the wind blows and complain with the crowd that's complaining the loudest. You can be a what is person. This is what is, and this is what is, and this is what is. And offer no deliberate intent or practice no ability to be a better selective sifter, because there are lots of things to choose from this smorgasbord that is human life on planet Earth. There's a lot to choose from, as is represented by the widespread of different lifestyles and ways of living and states of happiness by the human population of your planet. But in every single case, whether you were inspired by another, whether you were trained by those early in your life to just have a better attitude, whether you had a really good life that you just observed, it doesn't matter what led up to why you're offering the vibrational frequency that you're offering. The point is, the vibrational frequency that you're offering is equaling what's coming back to you in terms of your attraction. And if you will just begin by saying, I want to accept that. I accept that I get what I vibrate, whether I'm aware of what I'm vibrating or not, whether I'm good at deliberately sifting and focusing or not, I'm getting what I'm thinking about, whether I want it or not. And I do have the ability, even though sometimes it is more difficult than others, to think on purpose. Because thinking on purpose, that's what deliberate creating is. Thinking on purpose. That's what deliberate creating is.
I do have one more question.
Yes.
It's related to this. It's about visualization as a technique for healing.
Visualization is taking something into more and more specific.
This is what I was wondering about it.
Since every subject is two subjects, wanted and lack of wanted, if we were standing in your physical shoes, we would be certain that we were on the good feeling end of the stick before we would become more specific, as in visualization, or more specific as in affirmation. Okay. Do your affirming from your state of alignment and do your visualization from your state of alignment. Don't use either one to try to get into alignment, because it will backfire on you.
That's very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah. You recognize that, don't you? And in simple terms, you could call it just trying too hard. Right. Trying to compensate for how I really feel with words and action.
As you were talking, something that occurred to me is that it's almost like, having the issue disappear would be kind of a pat on the back. Oh, well, there, you did the right things.
Validation.
Like validation, being right.
But that justification and validation, here's the thing. This is the piece that is new to this discussion, that is the piece that all of you are looking for. Yeah. If you can let the validation, if you need it, and it's all right, if you can let it be the emotional response, then you can get there fast and you can stay there long. If you need the validation to be the all the way manifest, in other words, let's look at this vibration of desire that you want to turn into a full-fledged manifestation that you can see and hear and smell and taste and touch. But if you're needing that too soon in the game, you can't get there. If you can let the good feeling be what you're looking for, you can get there fast and you can maintain that long. And once you get the hang of that, then the rest must follow. But if you demand this before you've got this, if you demand the manifestation, if you demand the changed condition before you've got the unconditioned, which is what we're calling the emotion, then you don't get there. Did you follow that? So let us just ask you some questions. Is it easier for you, from where you stand right now, to deposit $10 million in your bank, or to find a thought that feels good around the subject of prosperity? Which is easier, the emotion or the manifestation?
The emotion.
Which is likely to happen this afternoon?
The emotion.
The emotion or the manifestation?
Emotion.
So what we want you to hear from us is, if you can make the emotion the big deal that it is, if you can make it the prize, because it represents connection to all of the resources, if you can let that be what you're reaching for, because you can get it now, 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 you can get so good that you can stay pretty steadily there all the time. And when you're not, it's not a big deal. You know you can get back there. You can become expectant of feeling good. And when you are expectant of feeling good, then those manifestations will follow. So here's the trap that you think we just put you in. If you need the change in the condition in order to feel good, it's slow in coming, if ever. If you can feel good anyway, then the condition will come. Well, Abraham, do you want us to have the condition or not? Yes. We want you to have the condition. We want you to have the full-blown manifestation. Yes, yes, yes. We're just telling you how to get it.
Yeah.
Yes, 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 we want you to have the physical improvement. Yes, we want you to have big piles of money. Yes, we want you to have all of those manifestations. We just want you to find the uncondition of it first. Then the condition must follow. But if the condition must be before it is, now you're looking right at the lack of it. So what's the vibration that you're offering? The lack of it. But when you're finding the emotion of it, what you're looking at? The fullness of it. Can you feel the difference?
Yeah.
It's big. It's what deliberate creating is. It's the difference between those masters that you have revered in all subjects. Those who accomplish the things that you are wanting to accomplish have discovered this. And it feels like a paradox to you. It feels like a contradiction. It sounds like we're saying, if you don't want it, then you'll get it. But that's not what we're saying at all, because your desire is in place. So what we're saying is, if you can surrender your resistance of your desire, then it must come. If you say, I want it so bad it hurts, that's not a good sign. If you say, when I think about it, I am joyful, oh, that's such a good sign.
Okay.
When you say, when I think about it, I'm just frisky, that's such a good sign. When I think about it, I worry, not a good sign.
Yeah.
Good.
And I feel like I'm mostly in that direction.
Yeah.
And that feels really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You only have to be about 51, 49 in order to be moving toward what you want. When you get up around 60 or 70, you're the happiest person that almost anybody knows. When you're feeling good most of the time, you're rocking it. People are looking at you and saying, hey, you've got way more than your fair share of all the good stuff. That's what they'll say to you. Hey, how come all the good stuff comes to you? All of it doesn't, just my fair share. What's your fair share? All that you have the ability to let in, that's your fair share. Good.
Thank you.
Yeah.